YouTube. So I have a theory about what happened and why it happened with the so-called eclipse on April 8th. So in the book of Revelation, it says that before the great and terrible day of the Lord, the sun will not give its light. There's something definitely off with the sun. I mean, probably I'm assuming everyone's noticed it or seen videos of people noticing it and putting evidence forward. Sunflowers not looking at the sun, you know. I myself personally last week was out in the sun on a lake for about 15 minutes, and you see my skin complexion. I'm pretty dark, and I can get really dark, and I don't really burn. It takes hours and hours and hours to burn, even on high UV days. So I was out for about 15 minutes, and I noticed this spider web looking splotchiness that went all over my skin that was exposed to this so-called sun that we have. So back to the scripture that I was talking about. I've been trying to think, and I've been asking the Lord, you know, like what is going on with the sun? Like, why would they do this? And at first I was thinking, well, maybe because the sun's already went black and they don't want us to know the sun's black, so they put a fake sun in front of it so that we don't know, and we're not being warned that, you know, the time of the second advent is close. Sorry, I've got goats and I see someone stopping on the road for some reason, so I'm always wary. So this morning, in between all the way awake and asleep, I get this thought in my head with pictures, and suddenly I feel like, okay, that's why. So on the 8th, that wasn't actually an eclipse. That was a man-made event to intentionally put another sun in front of the actual sun, so that for a future event, like a false second coming, false Messiah, maybe the resurrection of the beast that receives the head wound, that the sun can be darkened, because that's not really our sun. They can just turn it out to make it look like this miraculous wonder and sign in heaven is happening, to convince people who would otherwise not believe to believe in the Antichrist as being the actual Christ returning, or to believe in the Antichrist being resurrected from the dead after receiving a headwind. So that's what I got this morning. Now I'm gonna see who else has gotten this information. Have a good one.